In this video I'm going to talk a little bit about Christmas and how to make Christmas perfect, right? My name is Marianna Bergsdóttir. I'm Icelandic, I'm a veterinarian, and I have 6 kids. I also had a burnout about 2.5 years ago. So I know all about doing too much and, then trying to figure out how not to do too much. So, first things first. Do you know after Christmas you always ask your kids, what did you get for Christmas? Oh, did you get that present, this present? But why don't we start asking things like, what did you give for Christmas? Often they have made things, or if they haven't made things, then it's good for us parents to have them, along, at least when we're packing. This we are giving to your dad, and this we are giving to your sibling, so they know. The logistics of that are not easy with 6 kids, but I try because it's much more important to teach them how to give than how to receive. Yeah, actually it's important to learn both because ungratefulness is not so good either, but you know what I mean. And another things, Christmas will come even if your house isn't perfectly tidy and clean. And Christmas will also come even if you don't have 15 types of, small cookies or cakes. Christmas will also come even if you don't invite your Aunt Edna that is so annoying and actually ruins Christmas for you with her toxicity. Maybe she can visit some other time. You don't have to be around toxic people. It's not necessary. And you can also make your own Christmas traditions. We have. When we had our 2 oldest in Denmark, I was studying and we were living far from our parents, so it was just me and my husband and our kid. First 1 and then 2. So for us, it became a tradition to be us together. And I like that because so often it is we go to our parents' house always. And that's not always easy when you have small kids. The parents' house usually have too many nice things for you to relax with your kids. It's not easy to bring all the gifts. Like here in Scandinavia, we open on the evening of the 24th instead of the morning of the 25th, which is actually a genius idea. So it's for us with kids much easier to just bring people here. Also, what is my expectations for Christmas? I can ruin Christmas with my expectations alone. And if I expect everyone to be happy and love their gifts, that's with 6 kids, that doesn't always happen. One of my kids used to always put on the wish list, the most expensive bike or the most expensive computer or PlayStation or, things like, we can't buy this, it's not a chance. And then he was mad for about half an hour, but got over it and actually liked other things. Next year, I explained we're not going to buy those expensive things that you put on your list. He was still angry for about 15 minutes that Christmas, but got over it. And the year after, it was okay. He'd understand that we're not buying those huge gifts. And about gifts and the pressure of gifts. It's, I find that it's very good to talk to the little bit older kids about what they can expect for Christmas so they don't get disappointed. And sometimes less is more. A friend of mine actually said she is divorced, her husband is divorced, and they have, so they a lot of grandparents, and everyone gives huge gifts, and their parents, siblings give gifts. So it's a huge amount of gifts. And she said, I'm really, really grateful for all those things and those expensive gifts. But my kids have lost the ability to enjoy the smaller gifts that are actually more thoughtful than sometimes the bigger gifts. So we were talking about this difference between her family and mine, and the expectations and how they get so high when you always get expensive gifts. And it's just a thought. If you want to give expensive gifts, just do it, enjoy. If you can, it's really good. But also, if you can't, don't feel guilty about it, because it's not about price. It's not about how expensive it was. It is about being together and giving something with joy, and actually kind of hoping the other one will like it. And another thing to make Christmas less stressful, it is simple things like, what should I say? Buy Christmas present before December. Really good idea. Don't have kids in December. I have 3 birthdays in December. It's not a good idea. But kids get born when they want to get born. And yeah, December is a fine month. So I like being prepared and doing things before. I also feel, I buy the presents for my dad. So all the big presents come from us and my mom, dad. So actually, when I have all those big presents and 6 kids, I feel the pressure to make sure that everyone is going to be happy with what they get. It's just a few days ago, we just put out all the gifts we already have. We're counting, okay, all those, is this kid going to be happy, and this, and this, and this. It's a certain pressure. But I can try to be fair and hope that they will be happy. But I can't expect everyone to be happy. And if I expect it, I can ruin my own Christmas. I just do my best and that's it. I don't have more I can do. And neither can you. And you know what? A clean house is really nice, but it's not worth my sanity. Same with many types of cakes. Not worth my sanity. So lower the expectation of what a really good Christmas is. Make your own traditions. Teach your kids that it's a good question to ask, what did you give for Christmas? And just enjoy. It's about being together. And if you like this content, please hit subscribe. And by the way, we have -15°C. It's 5 Fahrenheit. And going outside with the hat and the dog makes for a bad hair day. Sorry.